Hello and welcome to FX Addicts Weekend Market Analysis. This is Tim, the Currency Professor, and today is Friday, October 12th, 2012. Well, this week, a little bit of action and really not really going any direction. We're ending up almost as close to where we opened the week, down just slightly. The euro today up about 23 pips, just about 129.50. And we've had the first 3 days of the week sold off, and then yesterday and today we tried to recover some of that. It is starting to look a little weak here all of a sudden. Not really sure if it's going to move up from here or down from here on the dailies. Technically speaking, there's quite a bit of consolidation right here, so technically we should rally up from here. And if we look at the weeklies, we can see this a little bit better. We can see how we had this very nice run up, but it really steepened up. So here we are now 4 weeks into a consolidation, which is quite healthy actually. We can see how the stochastics are starting to come together here. So the next move should be up, and it should come up to about this level in here, about 135, and test that area, probably consolidate around there for several weeks, and then continue on the longer term sell-off. And if we look here on the monthlies, we can see this is now the second month where we've pushed up against this upper channel line, and more than likely we'll exceed this, but the question is, will we close significantly above it, close the month out significantly above this channel line? We would really need to get to go well up above that 135 area and close up there at the end of October in order to really push this market higher. At that point it would take us up to about the 145 level. So technically speaking, longer term we're in a quandary as well. So not a whole lot of clear direction here. British pound against the dollar, kind of the same scenario. We sold off quite vigorously at the beginning of the week, and then have since recovered here now. We are up 27 pips today, 160.72 right now, and it really looks like we could rally up a little bit and then fall off again. The stochastics here though kind of bottoming out, and if we look on the weeklies, we can see this is now the third week lower, and we're having a fairly good correction or fallback from our highs here. Now this high back here, very close to these highs here, so we got kind of a double top here. But more importantly, it's this action here where this is coming closer and closer to a peak. And if we go on to the monthlies here, we can see how we had this huge sell-off here, which has really created a huge amount of damage, and then we have this declining wedge that's coming to a peak here. Now technically on the monthlies we could run up to about 166, 167, and then make our turnaround and come back down and get out of this pattern and continue with the downward trend. So that's a very, very long-term view. Short-term, there really isn't much of a direction in there, and really very difficult to peg where we're going to go from here, except bounce around for a few more months. U.S. dollar against the Swiss franc, losing today as well, down about 21 pips, and down for the most part for the week. We're up just a little bit. The fact that we have this little bit of a double topping here would mean that if we take out these lows down here, which is down about just about 92.60 area, 92.65. So if we close below that, then we're going to test these lows down here. More than likely we're going to get down into the lower 90s here, like 90, even 90.50, maybe 91, something in that range. And we see here on the weeklies how we've bounced around now. This is the fourth week that we're bouncing around, the fifth week below this minor support line, trend line, now a resistance line. So it's really same kind of scenario as the euro against the dollar. The only difference is the opposite. So longer term though, we have this spike low. which is very, very positive. We will eventually create an upward movement here, and this may be the start of the trend line that we'll see for the upward movement. And on the monthlies we can see this a little clearer, that spike low getting below, and now we're consolidating here. Now this is our third month consolidating down, so just as we did back here. So really kind of a healthy movement for it. Maybe we end the month a little bit lower than where we are, down around that 91.50 maybe, and then next month we can start with a new upward movement. US dollar against the Japanese yen up a little bit today, up about 8 pips. We're really stuck in this range here. This whole area here, this pricing area around this 78.50 plus or minus has really become a support resistance level and a true consolidation. If we look on the weeklies here, we can see how it's really drawn out for several months now, and we got this little trend line in here that I've drawn, and we seem to be getting smaller and smaller on our weekly ranges, just as we did back here. So we're getting to the point here where we're going to break out at some stage and move considerably higher, and we're seeing this also on the monthlies, and we can see how the stochastics on the monthlies are kind of curving here a little bit. So it's starting to build a little momentum here, it's basing out, and it's just a matter of time until it really does turn around and move considerably higher. Euro Swiss this week giving back quite a bit. Today we are actually up 1 pip right now, or up 2 depending on your quote service, but we're hanging out 120.80s area. It's consolidating fairly nicely. Would really like to see it base out a little bit longer and then move up. Longer term really should get up into this 124 area, so really looking forward to do that longer term. Right now it's kind of directionless. Euro against the yen, very similar pattern, very directionless again here as well, up 31 pips today. 101.50 area. We've moved up, come down, moved up, come down, and now we're trying to move back up, and it's having a lot of difficulty. This is a little bit different scenario here though. The euro is considerably weaker longer term against the yen, and we can see that here in this price action on the weeklies, and then also when we get to the monthlies. But weeklies, we could bounce up to 105 and still be within this longer term downtrend. And on the monthlies, well, we can certainly make a case here for us to sell off considerably. So rallying, we could rally up to the upper trend line here about 107. If we did that, it would set up a wonderful selling opportunity, and at that point then really taking it all the way down, almost 2,000 pips down to about the upper 80s here. So it would be a very, very nice trade at that point. That is it for the week. If you are not a member of FX Addicts, please stop on by. If you are, thank you, and feel free to come into the trading room anytime if you haven't already, and ask questions of me. I am around most of the time. If I'm not, shoot me an email or get me on Skype. I am available pretty much all day, most of the trading sessions that are active, so feel free to contact me. Thank you. Bye.